Welcome to the Urban Cowgirl Show. A new show. We like what Callie Krickenberg does on Parelli RFD TV shows. She gets 3 of her horses to follow her without a lead line and do what she is asking them to do. I've got 3 wonderful Morgans. They each have their own horsenality. This is Semi, my best cow horse. And we're just leading her along with the Monty Roberts dually halter on, using a 12-foot yacht rope lead line. We're asking her to step over these cavalettis, which are on the lowest rung. For now, we have 2 of them set up. On purpose, we didn't use the white vinyl jumps because she's kind of afraid of those. She's even kind of rushing over these cavalettis. So the first thing we're going to do is desensitize her again to the cavalettis. We don't want her rushing. We want her relaxed, following Sarah, who has a flag in her hand if she needs to get Semi's attention. Good. Yeah, see, Semi wants to, she wants to rush over, but now she's investigating. Extremely important when you're asking. Much better. Better, but not perfect. So Sarah's going to keep asking. Repetition, repetition, repetition. There's Semi's investigating again. See, we don't have the $250 DVD set about how to do this, how to get your horse to want to be with you, how to get 3 horses to want to be with you without a lead line. Just willing to do what you're cueing them to do. Much better. So today we're just doing it with a lead line. We'll probably take the lead line off in a moment and just see what she'll do about joining up with Sarah over these cavalettis in my uncovered arena at Shadrack Farms. Good. Investigation again. Nice. Good. Not exactly stepping. She could step over. That's why I put them on their lowest rung.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing that she's not stepping over them. I'd rather have her go over them than refuse it.
Okay, she said, Sarah says she'd rather have her go over them than refuse it. And it's not a bad thing that she's not just stepping over them. She's doing a little bit of jumping. Good, good, good. She seems to be, by all body language signs, starting to relax. And then, Sarah, here's what we'll do. This Monty Roberts join-up thing, we've used it very often. They kind of don't even know they're not on a lead line anymore. When you're comfortable, just kind of remove, that's a quick release, remove that lead line and walk with her. Let's see if she follows you. Yeah.
That we're lunging.
She's going with you so far. Yeah, she says, oh, I better go with her. Nice, nice. At some point she'll realize she's not on a lead line. But right now she says, I don't mind being with you. Otherwise, believe me, Semi is an alpha personality. She thinks a lot. She's daughter to my stallion who I had for 30 years. Good, good. Now let's see. Yeah, let's see if you can come back one more time and then Semi's alpha, and even Sadie respects Semi highly. In fact, they're kind of afraid of Semi. So if we can get Semi to join up with us and do certain simple things like what you just saw, even if she realizes that she's not on a lead line, there we go, a little bit faster pace. Okay, now she's turning around and trying to say, okay, what do you want from me? What I'd like you to do is walk towards me, stop less than halfway, see if she stops. Back. Now back, yes, back. Nice. Again, an energetic back if you energetically back. Good? Yes. We think we're going to be able to figure out how to train our 3 wonderful Morgans to do some freestyle tasks, to understand what we're asking for, to make them realize that the right answer is to do them together.
She went over the haunches. You see?
She went over the haunches in that turn. Yes. All right. Let's. We're kind of short on time today, but let's just have you walk to the arena gate, see if she follows you, and of course, before you open the gate, put the lead line back on, and that's the end of our first session in freestyle with our Morgans. Our first Morgan being Shadrach, Triton, Semi. Very nice. Okay, well, I also have 2 white training sticks that we can use. I brought them out, but it just looks like we didn't need them at all. Yeah, this is really good. But each session will be at first a question mark, because we're not sure how to do this. We're just using logic. We're using the personalities that we know each individual Morgan has. And what we're going to try to aim for, at least in the next few weeks, is to get all 3 of the Morgans to walk with Sarah, and we'll probably have somebody else on the other side, lead line less, and do what we're asking them to do. Good. We're happy with today's session. Sonia Sokolow, the Urban Cowgirl. Thank you, Sarah. And thank you, wonderful Semi. Okay, as usual, we talked about it after we turned off the camera, and we decided to postscript for this session that we are going to do it individually with each of our Morgans, and then try for 2. And so which 2? Semi, certainly, because she's the alpha, and they'll follow her.
I think Eve.
Semi and Eve.
I think Sadie's going to be the hardest.
Sadie is the youngest. We anticipate her to be the most difficult to understand what we're asking and to be willing to do it, especially without a lead line. But we'll work on it and eventually hope to show you all 3 of them doing at least this task that we just did today with Semi. A windy day. A next session with Eve. In first, lead lining her over these crossbar jumps, then joining up with her over the crossbar jumps, both directions, hoping that she will step over them without any resistance and really do freestyle with us. Then we're gonna try it with Eve and Semi, and that's where the challenge will be. Get them to do it in pairs. And we'll be working with Sadie individually, and then get Sadie to do it with Eve, and then ultimately Sadie with Semi. And the final objective for this freestyle series of shows is, can we get all 3 of them to do it? What we're asking them to do, which for now is just step over these crossbars in pairs, in triplets, without any lead line control. Oh, it's so windy. If you don't like the weather in Santa Cruz, wait a minute. It wasn't windy like this 10 minutes ago. But okay, we're not really worried about Eve getting full of resistance because of the wind. Maybe Sadie would. She'd probably be kicking up her heels. Okay, we are now joined up. That's the Monty Roberts term. Eve is kind of looking this way or that way. Sarah has a white stick, giving Eve some rhythmic pressure, light pressure, various places on her body to keep her attention, to keep her forward motion. Eve is licking her lips. Yes, she is definitely licking her lips, stepping over without resistance, realizing that the right answer here is to walk along with Sarah. Beautiful. Yeah, now let's see if you can go the other direction. Eve is following. She could at any moment, though, say, wait a minute, what's the right answer? She wants to please. if she she missed the crossbar. That's just because she didn't realize that's what she was supposed to do. I'll bet you she'll do it now. Eva's really well disposed to this kind of training. Good. Following along as if she were tethered. Beautiful, beautiful. Last weekend on community TV was a show from 4 years ago where we did bridleless obstacles. In other words, freestyle obstacles here with Eve, Semi, and Sadie individually. Different kinds of obstacles, but the idea was, don't make us tether you. Just know that we're asking you to do something and do it for us. Beautiful, beautiful. Sarah, you want to come towards me? Okay, that was as perfect as we could expect, right? She stopped beautifully. See if you can back her a little bit. And not necessarily, yeah, just have her back with you. Now, that on the Parelli show, when Callie Krickenberg was doing this with her 3 horses, she just stepped back and the 3 of them stepped back with her. Eva's licking her lips, a real good sign. She is looking really relaxed. What do you think is going to happen? Let's just, knowing Semi, knowing Eve, what do you think is going to happen when we ask the 2 of them to do it?
They might get a little excited and start doing their own thing, but we'll see.
How about if we make sure we have somebody with each horse, like on the outside of each horse, and have them in the middle as a pair? Kind of give them an envelope in which to follow us. What do you think?
Because I'm doing it, it might be better just if there's someone else here, but if I'm in the middle and they're on
okay.
either side of me.
All right.
She's been following me on my left side, and Simi was following me on my right side, so that might work.
Uh-huh. Okay. But we'll have an extra person to maybe help make an envelope. Give them the idea that they're supposed to be doing it together, because doing things in pairs is much harder, more than twice as hard than doing them as singles. Right. We did that with flag carrying. We're doing that with harness work. We're realizing how hard it is to get the horses to do it together. But you know, the new Gentle Giants program on RFD TV makes pairs look like a piece of cake, because they get the Gentle Giants to do it in 6s and 8s in an arena where there are other wagons and other 6s and 8s, and they are just so darling. I'm glued to the TV screen every time I watch it. Okay, that's all for today. Sonia Sokolow, the Urban Cowgirl. Thank you, Sarah, and thank you, darling Eve. Our next session at Freestyle. This is Sadie, our youngster, Eve's daughter. We really don't have optimism about getting her to go over freestyle right away. Right now we're doing the thing with the lead line, and then we'll do the join up. And then the next thing we'll try is probably Eve and Sadie together in pairs. But we almost anticipate some trouble here with Sadie. Right behind her, right there, there's a chicken pen with some banty hens in it, electric wire around it, a door magnet that makes a little noise. And we're working with Sadie on just walking toward that chicken pen. For some reason, she's very afraid of it. And we just had a little session with her about it. It's going to take repetition and certain training techniques that make her realize that she needs to give us the right answer. Otherwise, we are going to apply pressure. And for today, when she wouldn't walk toward it, we backed her up quickly, and long pass. Brought her into the arena here for this exercise, and she's just fine in the arena so far. Now we're doing the same thing that we did with Semi and Eve. Now we're going the other direction. Everything needs to be done both directions. She's got the lead line. She's got the Bonnie Roberts on. She's being really good so far. But I'm not going to be too optimistic too soon. By the way, Sarah, and I'm happy to say this on film, we got a viewer in Florida, I think he is.
Okay.
His name is Frank, who has been watching our freestyle videos so far, and he very often watches my videos, and he complimented you for the way you're handling the horses. Okay, so whenever you feel ready, that's it, that's good. Will she join up with you? If not, we'll deal with it. And that's why we think that maybe this session will not show you the right answers. We'll see. So far, does she even realize that she's not hooked up? We don't know. Oftentimes, Bonnie Roberts join up works because the horse doesn't realize they're no longer tethered, in my opinion. She's listening, she's paying attention, she's looking relaxed. Sarah turned direction. Sadie followed as if she were tethered. She seems totally focused, totally confident so far, totally trusting, totally obedient, totally relaxed so far. Another turn. Boy, I'll let you choose our moment of resolution. I'm really feeling good about this. I hope we don't have to take a back step. No, she's really good. She hoed nicely.
Back, 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 back. Good girl.
Good girl.
Good girl.
It's a windless, warm, almost spring-like day. That helps.
Oh. Back, back.
Look at her follow. Almost like the horses that Callie showed us on Parelli's RFD TV.
Step up.
But, you know, if you want to do it in pairs and triplets, it could be more than twice or three times as difficult to get them to go together and to focus on you. Give it the right answers together or in triplets.
Back, 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 back.
Good girl. Yeah, we made that sound, the ah sound. If she didn't give the right answer, she was about to walk forward before Sarah did.
Back, back, back.
Nice, I love that. Love that. It's almost like there's a line between her and Sarah, an invisible line. Good girl. Now, can you come close to the camera with her and tell us if you agree with everything I've been saying? Because you're the handler today. You might see things that we're not seeing. Now, is she going to stand here? She looks like she's losing her attention. Good. She almost looks like she's about to walk away. Let's not push this too far. Have I said everything the way you see it?
Yeah, I almost think walking past the chicken coop and having her back up and be a little disobedient kind of reinforced that I'm the one in charge.
Yeah, gave her focus.
By the time we got in here, I think she was calmed down and ready to obey.
Okay, that chicken coop thing, we'll do it every day you come, and call me out when you're about to do it. And if one technique doesn't work, we'll use another.
Okay.
We've got a whole grab bag worth of techniques thanks to RFD TV and the natural horsemanship trainers who broadcast there. This is Sonia Sokolow, the Urban Cowgirl, and I have good news. Community TV has been approved by the council to be funded. I don't know for how long, but I'm pretty sure that Urban Cowgirl shows will continue to be broadcasted on Santa Cruz County Community TV, and right now I have 5 slots every weekend, different shows, reruns and new ones. That's all for today. Next session, Sadie and her mother Eve. We are trying for the first time to do pairs freestyle over the cavalettis. Okay, Sarah, let's see what happens. Sarah's on purpose between them, using lines. She has an arm extension. I have an arm extension in case it's needed. Of course, safety's number one here. Freestyle over the cavalettis in each direction. Just at a walk is fine. But ultimately, maybe even today, without the lead lines attached, just kind of join up. That's what freestyle means. We want them to want to be with us, to understand what we're asking, to give us the right answers. And in this task, we're asking them to go in pairs over the cavalettis with Sarah, near them, but not tethered to them. Right now we have our rope lead lines on. Sadie, on purpose, we have the Monty Roberts in case she gets naughty. Evie, we just have the rope halter. We don't expect her to be naughty, but you know, who knows. We're doing this for the first time without much specific guidance from any instructional videos or shows. We only saw Callie on Parelli do this with 3 horses one day, a couple weeks ago, and we said, boy, we'd love to be able to do that with our 3 Morgans. There is an instructional DVD set, but it's awfully expensive, and we were hoping that because we know our horses, because we know how to train naturally, we hope we can figure this out safely. Oh, look, good. That was good backup. Sadie was very attentive. She said, oh, I think you want me to back up. So she backed up with Sarah. Now the other direction. Sarah let go of Eve for a few seconds, and Eve kind of wandered off, but then she came back. Okay, now Eve is not tethered. She's got her lead line on, but Sarah's not using it. So let's see if she'll follow. She's still got the lead line on Sadie. She's got her arm extension to help explain what we want. She just wanted Eve to back up, and Eve said, oh, okay, because Sarah took her wide arm extension and just tapped her. Yes, yes, on the breast. Very good, girls. This is so much fun. It's so satisfying when you realize that your horses want to be with you. They want to please. They just need to understand what it is we're asking. Now, at some point, I suppose Sarah will disconnect the lead line on Sadie. Oh, Evie almost walked away again. Yes, good. The arm extension and that little word we use for wrong answer. We go, ah. Got her attention. Good. Got Eve's attention. Eve has always been a faster walker than Sadie, and you can see it now. So Eve has gone over both cavalettis in parallel with Sadie. Good. Without being tethered to Sarah's arm. Okay, now other direction. Everything is done in both directions. It's almost like they have two brains. Train both sides. But Eve and Sadie are mother and daughter. And when we try it with Eve and Semi, we're trying it with a beta and an alpha, because Semi is definitely alpha over both Eve and Sadie. As a single horse, Semi was easy in freestyle. As a double horse, as a pair, when we ask Eve and Semi to do things together, not sure what to expect, but that's what makes it exciting. And if we get it, that's what makes it very satisfying. Eve is just getting a little bit distracted. I think she knows she doesn't have her lead line connected to Sarah's hand, so she just loses her concentration. Boy, the next thing is, we've gone both directions with Eve joined up and Sadie tethered up. Okay, now Sarah's going to remove the line, but walk with her. Let's see. And you know what? If we can't get it today, we'll go back to something we know we can get. And we'll stop on that note. And then next time, maybe we can get it, even if we can't get it today. Back on the breast with the arm extension on Sadie. Good.
Girls, step up.
Looks like Sadie stopped for a moment to see what it was she was supposed to do next. What was the right answer next? The hard part, if we make it through this one, is turning without being tethered. She's distracted. Sadie's distracted. Let's see. Okay. All right.
Step up.
Behind the drive line with the arm extension indicates, rhythmic tapping indicates forward motion, which Eve just responded to that cue. To be continued in part 2. See more at www.urbancowgirlchannel.com.